necessary for this filing.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions? Is there anybody in the audience that has any questions or comments? Okay, so first I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing for 240-0630, 112 Myrtle Street.
I move to close the hearing for 240-0630, 112 Myrtle Street.
Is there a second?
I'll
second.
second Fred LaBerge.
Sorry, I didn't say my name, Amy. That was Allie.
That's okay, Ally, but you actually
why
can't
not?
vote on this. I don't know if you can close it, but you can't vote on this one or the next two.
Oh, right, because I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, so I guess you
Oh,
could
last month.
close the hearing, why not? But yeah, just can't vote to issue.
Okay.
Okay, all, getting a roll call vote. Blake Curry, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
Alan Finney, aye.
James
Fred
Wilson,
LaBerge,
aye.
And Fred?
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay.
Okay, the hearing is closed. I'll entertain a motion to, let's see, the order of conditions for 112 Myrtle Street, as written up. Again, it's everything we just talked about, and it's valid for 3 years. So I'll entertain a motion on the order of conditions for 240-0630.
Alan Finney, so moved.
Everybody's so bashful.
I second.
Is that Fred?
Any further comment? Hearing none, okay, roll call vote. Dave Curry, aye.
Amy, that was Jim that seconded.
Okay, thank you, Fred.
Alan Finney, aye.
James Wilson, aye.
Fred
Alex
LaBerge,
Whiteside.
aye.
Fred and Alex at the same time, I think.
Okay.
Okay, it passes. And the paperwork again will be ready on Monday morning after 10 o'clock. Okay, let's.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Good luck on your little addition.
Well, thank you very much. And thanks, everybody.
All right.
You're
Teresa,
welcome.
take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Aye.
Okay, next is our 58 River Road. And I'm gonna pull that map up. Okay, this is for a septic system, and it was continued from last time. Janet, has everything been updated on the drawings that will be, the plans we have?
Yeah, we got a new revised plan. It's stamped in June 1st, revised 5/19. And I did want to check with John Glossa, because I think they were still going, they had to go back to, or were going to the Board of Health. So I just want to make sure if any revisions were required with the Board of Health plan, or is the plan that we received from you, I'm sorry, right, adjusted 6/1/20, adjusted something tanks. So is this the same plan that's been accepted for Board of Health, and we'll both have that same plan? John Glossa there?
No wonder he's muted. Hold on. John, are you there? We can't hear you, John. don't know what's going on with John. It doesn't say that he's muted. Oh dear. John also had another meeting. What time is it? 7:30?
Who does?
John, I shouldn't be telling tales out of school, but he did say he had 2 Zoom meetings tonight at the same time. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with this or not.
Well, I think we should have that information before we take a vote and close the hearing. Let's put that on the side, and if John can, well, he's at 78 River Road too.
Yeah,
Okay, is everything in order for 78 River Road? Janet?
We got revised plans for both filings from Mr. Blassa.
Okay. Oh, for both 58 and 78?
Yes,
Okay, so, but now, do we have the same question about Board of Health for 78? If Board of Health has approved this?
I just have that note for 58 River Road.
Okay, so, are there any questions from the commissioners regarding 78 River Road? Okay, anybody in the audience? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing on 78 River Road, notice of intent 240-0629.
Fred LaBerge, so moved.
Alex Whiteside, second.
Any further comments, questions? Hearing none, roll call, Dave Curry, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
James
Alex
Wilson,
White-
aye. Alex Whiteside, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay, the hearing's closed. Then I'll entertain a motion. What's that? Who's that? Okay, then I'll,
I'm not sure, David, if you give me one moment. Was somebody trying to speak here?
tell them to raise their hand or on Zoom. Okay, I'll
John?
entertain,
John Glasser, is that you trying to talk? Well, we can't hear you if it is.
okay, so I'll entertain a motion for the notice of intent for 240-69.
78?
No, we skipped 628.
629, okay.
It's basically requiring the, replacement of the septic system and, putting up the barriers. So I'll entertain a motion for issuing the, order of conditions.
is this for
Alex Whiteside,
78? I'm sorry, is this for 78 River Road?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Alex Whiteside, so moved.
Alan Finney, seconded.
Any further comments, questions? A roll call vote, Dave Curry, aye.
Alan Finney, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye. James Wilson, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay, it's unanimous, it passes. Let's skip the minutes for now. John, for 58 River Road. Your communication isn't good. Can you, we want to know if the Board of Health has approved this map and installation. If you could put it on the chat screen, since we can't hear you.
Oh, that's a good idea, David.
Pardon?
I said that's a good idea.
Oh, can't we do it to everybody? How do you put more people in? Can you send him a chat request?
I just did.
Okay.
I don't. But you asked him and he didn't do it, so I don't know if it's gonna help.
When I pull up the chat, it just goes to you or Andrew.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't write down whoever seconded issuing the NOI for 78.
Alan,
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, David.
correct?
Correct.
Okay, so 58 River, we can't do anything with right now, right?
No.
I sent a chat message to John. I don't have his cell phone number, or I would try to
Okay.
text him, but
Then let's move on. We'll keep that open. And hopefully we'll hear from John. So let's go to 360 Main Street. Notice of intent, whereas they needed to give us a 21-day extension.
John, is that you? John Glasser, is that you now?
It is me. I'm sorry. I've got another meeting going on, but got a little, and then I got a break here, and then I got to go back over there. But
Okay.
I'm sorry.
58 River
So
Road.
I can turn myself on here. You can see me, I think.
Well, we can see your phone.
Okay. So are you on? Am I up?
Yeah, we're on 58 River Road, and the question is the packet we have been approved by the Board of Health?
Yes, it has. They've both been approved by the Board of Health. So the only thing we changed on 58 River Road is that I did a test pit over near the septic tank to see if, in fact, the septic tank needed to be replaced, because in Title V says that the piping can't be under the water table. So the current piping is under the water table, so that septic tank and pump chamber need to be replaced. Other than that, I believe this plan is the same plan that you saw before, and it's been approved by the Board of Health.
Okay. Questions, comments? You're okay with this?
So there is a new tank going in and the pipe will be above the water table?
That's right. We're going to lift the plumbing up in the house a little bit. It has to be lifted up, I think, about 9 inches to get the piping. The Board of Health voted to allow the piping to be within 6 inches of the water table. The requirement under Title V is 12 inches, but the Board of Health can give a waiver to be as little as 1 inch. Board of Health was a little uncomfortable with 1 inch. Didn't really matter. They were going to have to replace the tank even at 1 inch. So we compromised, or they voted. I suggested, and they voted 6 inches. The other thing is, the soils are all different, right? Sandy, gravelly soils have a lot of water, a lot of groundwater in them. This is a very tight sandy loam, so it's hard to squeeze a drop of water out of a handful of soil here. So Board of Health voted, they can't allow it, Title V says it has to be above the water table, but, so my point is that it's not a big risk, and we dug a hole right there, so we know exactly where the water table is. We were conservative, so there's really no issue, no issue with that, and the Board of Health did vote.
Okay. Do you have any questions? No? Any comment?
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing on 58 River Road. Notice of intent 240-0628.
Fred LaBerge, so moved.
Alan Finney,
Alex.
second.
Any other,
Sorry, Alex.
No, that's fine.
I'm just-
any other comments, questions? Okay, roll call vote to close the hearing. Dave, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
James Wilson, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay, it passes unanimously with one abstention because he wasn't at the hearing. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to issue the order of conditions for DP number 240-0628, 58 River Road in Norfolk.
Alan Finney, so
Alex
moved.
Whiteside, so moved.
Take Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you that one, Alex.
I'll second.
Okay.
There we go.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call vote. Dave Turi, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
James
Fred
Wilson,
LaBerge,
aye.
aye.
Fred and Jim are ayes. So that it passes. Okay, thank you, John. And 78 River Road also passed, so you can get both papers on Monday after 10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome, thank you. Okay, let's move on to 360 Main Street. Again, they were giving, they needed to give us a permission to waive the 21-day requirement for the issuance of the order of conditions. And so all we have to do is vote to accept the, correct, Janet? Or Amy?
That's right. Yeah.
I'll entertain a motion. Tom, did you have anything you wanted to say? Tom Meissner?
What was that again, David?
I asked Tom if he had anything he wanted to add to it. But yeah, all we're doing is voting on the acceptance of they waived the 21-day requirement for us.
Well, we don't have
Because
to vote. We don't have to vote on them waiving the 21-day requirement. They did send me authorization to waive it. So I think we just need to vote on the order of conditions. I know Janet sent out an attachment.
Oh, okay, okay. All right then, I'll entertain a motion for the order of conditions for 240-0627, 360 Main Street.
So moved, Al Finney.
Second, Fred LaBerge.
Okay, and the hearing has been closed, so all it is issuing this. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, Dave Turi, aye.
Al
Alex
Finney, aye.
Whiteside, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
Amy?
Yeah.
On the WPA Form 5, it listed as 364 Main Street,
I think that's the,
and our action item is 360.
is that the applicant's address? I think the applicant's address is, right, I don't have it in front of me. So at the top, it's the applicant address and lower down is the site. So is it 364?
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. It is 360, the project location.
Okay, very good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we didn't
Yeah,
sign it all, and then she has to start, we have to open another meeting and then do the whole thing all over again.
well, I think
Another month.
Katie's gonna miss us anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
So roll call vote, where are we?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did everybody vote on?
It
No.
was so moved and seconded, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave Shirley, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
James Wilson,
Alex
aye.
Whiteside, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay, it passes. So-
Thank you all very much. On
thank
behalf of
you.
CAMJ, we appreciate it.
Monday,
Again, you can pick up the paperwork on Monday after 10 o'clock.
and if they're
Very
not
good.
gonna, Katie, if they're not gonna pick it up,
Good luck on the project.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure Joe or Tom will come by and grab it, but I'll coordinate with them.
Good, thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Have a good
You're
night.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, 16 Valentine Drive, violation. Violate enforcement order. Janet issued this on May 19th. We need to ratify it. And also the homeowners have sent us a letter stating that they will plan to move forward under the direction of Norfolk Conservation. And
Just
so
a
they
point of
were-
clarification, if I may, David.
Yep.
When I read that, it looked like it was issued by the state DEP, but it was delivered by you, Janet. Is that the typical way this works?
No, DEP was involved with this and wanted, the local conservation commission to issue the enforcement order. DEP
I see.
tries not to, be involved that close because it's down here in Norfolk, so they have the Norfolk people handle it.
Okay,
So it was a site visit, DEP was involved, there was a site visit with me, you know, a couple of the people there, and just for what needs to be done, and even DEP sent me like a draft order of conditions, tweak it, send it back to her. You know, I showed it to the homeowners so they knew what was coming down, explained it to them and everything, and then gave them the signed form. So now they've been trying to, and I think it's, whether it's summer or virus or whatever, but for them trying to get a consultant to figure out what, if any, violations, you know, exist on their property right now. So they've been trying to contact someone, they haven't been able to get a hold of them. I contacted someone else, they were supposed to get back to me, they haven't, so we're slowly getting through this, and it's nice that they did send the letter acknowledging that they got it, you know, we're gonna work through this. So it just, I signed it, gave it to them, and now the commission needs to vote to ratify that this isn't an awful mistake, and this is something that needs to be done.
okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so I'll accept the motion to accept the enforcement order issued by Janet DeLong for 16 Valentine Drive.
Move to accept the enforcement order issued for 16 Valentine Drive.
Second?
Second. Alex Whiteside, second.
Any questions or comments? Anybody in the audience? Okay, roll call vote. Dave Turri, aye.
Allie Frere, aye.
James Wilson, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
Alan Finney, aye.
I think that was our best one, guys.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it passes. Okay, next is the modification to Highland Lake. Everybody got the paperwork? What they want to do is change it from mechanical to chemical. Is somebody here from Solitude?
Yep, Colin Goslin from Solitude Lake Management. As you stated, we're requesting a modification. The past few years, we've been mechanically harvesting the water chestnut, highly invasive. It's been going well, but we're at a point where some of the areas are getting too shallow that we're going to be, requesting the use of clear-cast herbicide. We've been using it on a couple spots in Massachusetts, Framingham, up in the Nashua River with some pretty good success. So I think it's the next step needed to kind of get rid of the chestnut.
Okay. The question we have is this a part of the order of conditions we issued to the Department of Public Works of Norfolk to allow the harvesting or the removal of the water chestnuts? Is chemical acceptable with the current order of conditions, or is it different? So
No, I think it.
Go ahead.
I think it's different. That's why we're kind of requesting. It is kind of. That's why we didn't refile. We're kind of trying to piggyback on it because we are removing the water chestnut. It's for the water chestnut, but
it is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
David, if I might?
You may.
Thank you. Because I pulled out the DEP, the policy, so it's going to have to be an amended order condition. So unfortunately, it'll have to go to the July meeting. We have to have the ad in the paper. We have to notify abutters. We would need a clear listing of what's the differences from the order conditions issued versus the changes that are going to be made. And I don't, hopefully you can have that list of chemicals in there too, that we can, either the specific or the choices that you might be using, but just, from originally being the paddle boats, just physically removing versus now doing the chemicals. We've had problems at another pond or this pond where someone, I don't remember which one, but someone had concerns about their well nearby and chemicals. So if we do the ad, notify abutters, we're following DEP's policy 85-4 for amending order conditions.
okay, I'm just trying to see if we did that.
I don't have the papers that you sent over in front of me. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I'm not, we did request for an amendment, cover letter. And I believe I don't want to misspeak and say that we did notify the abutters.
For the chemical treatment?
Yes.
We're not aware of that, I don't think. Amy, you don't have anything for,
I didn't get anything other than that one package from Solitude.
Okay.
I don't know what was in it, but it's the one you all got.
and we didn't have it, we didn't put an ad in the paper for it.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to notify abutters. It was an amendment request. So we'll keep with that, but I guess we'll just resubmit this, notify butters so we can put it in the paper so that there's a public hearing. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
We
we'll
will,
have to- Do we have to vote on that, Janet?
well, I don't, you could if you wanted to, you know, the paper is basically from DEP. It's like when you issue an order of conditions, sometimes there's minor typo errors, or like we had the people down at the lake where they just wanted to install a fence to keep their dog in. You know, they already had the plan. They're just sinking holes to put a fence, and that was minor. This, you know, because the original project, same thing. We had the signature of the owner of the property where they were accessing the property. They were going in with the paddle boats, whatever. This is now, you know, where you're using chemicals and just, you know, as far as I know, lots of times when you're putting down the chemicals, you're putting up signs too that people aren't supposed to be fishing or swimming or whatever for X amount of time. So I'd prefer to make sure we do it properly. That's
Okay.
all. So that would be the ad, the notify abutters, but, you know, go through that original order of conditions, which came through Public Works, just for what's different this time, you know, what's the changes.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and have a motion that this requires an amendment to the current order of conditions, and the DPW needs to notify abutters and provide, advertise and provide all the paperwork. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So move it by Alan?
Sure, also move.
Second?
Ally.
Okay, any questions, comments?
I just have one.
Yes,
How is this being applied? By boat? By sprayer off boat or?
Yep, it's a foliar spray by either typically an airboat or a John boat if you can get in there.
Okay. I'm good, Dave.
okay. Anybody in the audience have any questions? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call vote. Dave Curry, aye.
Ally Frere, aye.
James Wilson, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
Al
Fred
Finney,
LaBerge.
aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Okay, it passes.
So Colin, I'm sorry, excuse me, as long as we have all your paperwork by June 24th, we'd be able to get that on our next meeting, which is July 8th.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you, Colin.
Yep, bye now.
Bye. Okay, 102 Cleveland Street. There was a John Clough also, wasn't it? No.
Yeah. John, are you there now? John? I can see you, but not hear you.
Before he called in by telephone.
Yeah. You might have to do that again, John. We can't hear you.
Oh, for back to Highland Lake, let's put them on for 7:10 on the July meeting. We have a 7 o'clock already,
You do? Okay.
right?
A new request,
I'm not sure, but I know we have at least 2 new hearings coming, so.
Yeah, there was one that came in the other day, and you said 7 o'clock.
Okay.
46 Noon Hill Ave,
Which one?
46 Noon Hill Ave.
For a swimming pool.
Yeah, that came in today. Well, I mean, we had gotten info on it before we got the full filing today.
Are there questions we need to talk to John about on 102 Cleveland?
I'm sorry, me?
Yeah. Is there any feedback we need from John?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you keep breaking up for me. For the 102 Cleveland, we got a revised plan. Plans were done before for that one lot was split up into four, and was one of them. It was the estate lot on the corner of Fruit and Cleveland. And I think my interpretation, someone's interested in purchasing the estate lot. However, they want to make changes, bigger house, it's shifting. When you compare the new plan with the plan we accepted, I think that's another thing that should have an amended order of conditions. Oh, good. I think that's the new plan maybe, is that go up to the 50-foot buffer zone. The other plan we had was a smaller house. They barely came into you can't see me pointing, sorry. They barely came into the 50 to 100 foot between the house and the wetland there. So, I would prefer a listing, same thing. It's like if they did that whole driveway and everything on the backside, I think on the original plan, it would cut down on some of the additional impacts coming through. So they already have an order of conditions. Now they want to change the plan. So again, I would like the ad go in, notify the abutters, list all the differences, increases in pervious, into the buffer zone and that. So that can just all be looked at.
Okay. And without John, but yeah, we can go ahead and vote on it. And Amy will just have to send them something to notify them what we have done, if we do proceed along that avenue. Any questions from the commissioners?
Yes, the abutting property that we're looking at on the map, is that somebody's home?
Abutting number 100 on the right.
Yeah,
I think that is a homeowner. It might be that little skinny thing down on the bottom.
yeah.
That looks like a septic system.
The leach field.
Okay, so the property is just off the map, I guess.
It's underneath your pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, here?
I'm sorry, it just wasn't clear that was not just a piece of land.
Yeah, it's the current house.
Okay.
Existing structure.
Yeah, what you're seeing, that little skinny thing, it says existing leaching system, I think, and there's the tank. There you go. Great, Amy. Thank you. And then,
Okay, there it is.
yeah.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was trying to get a sense of how far the house was from the property line, that's all.
Yeah, 100 is fine. It's, as Janet said, with this new proposed house and skirting the wetlands by 50 feet. Yeah, let's entertain a motion to amend the order of conditions for 102 Cleveland Street and require this be posted in the paper and the abutters notified.
Fred LaBerge, so moved.
Is there a second?
Ally for a second.
Jan, is that a good motion? Sure. Jan, you're okay with the motion? So we're going to amend the current order of conditions and require the abutters.
Janet, can you hear Dave?
Oh, yeah, he keeps breaking up. I think too much plants behind you there, David. Yeah, no, I'd prefer that just to make sure they're doing as much as they can to stay out of, resource areas, buffer zones or whatever, same with, you know, is there additional runoff in any of the wetlands? Where's that going? Just to make sure everything's covered, like if
Yeah.
this is a new filing.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Anybody in the audience? Okay, roll call vote. Dick Curry, aye.
Ally Fair, aye.
Alex Whiteside, aye.
James Wilson, aye.
Fred LaBerge, aye.
Al Finney, aye.
Yeah.
Oh, it passes. So if you would send John Gloss a note to tell him what we approved for tonight, it would be appreciated.
I will.
Okay, 2 Clark Street. There's a RAM notification, release of abatement measures. This really isn't a conservation issue. According to Janet, and it's outside of our jurisdiction. They're going to remove the road. Lots have been removed. They're going to take over the take away the old soil. Any questions on that? It's just a correspondence. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Phil Hessler is the Eagle Scout project for Highland Lake. That's a historic commission administered area because it's town property, and the select board has given the historic commission the right because of Fales Park that so we sent Billy over to them, and they'll work with those nice ladies. Okay, let's go back to the minutes of our meeting for May 13th. The one thing, I don't know what I did with that. The second paragraph, Amy.
Yep.
State that it's the zoning board and it's conservation.
Sorry about that. Where is that?
The second paragraph.
The first paragraph, Amy, third line.
Oh, is it the first paragraph?
Oh, there we go. Norfolk Zoning Board of Appeals. Sorry about that.
Anybody else find?
If I may, you listed Alexandra as being present. She was absent.
Yes, she certainly was.
We missed her terribly.
Yes, we did.
I missed
That's
you
not she
also.
was there.
I just blend in. I'm just lucky that Denzel hasn't barked during any of our meetings during the Zoom. He has a knack for doing that whenever I'm on like a meeting for work.
It'd get my Eddie going.
Down at the bottom under the Eagle Scout project, the first sentence, Amy.
Yeah.
Get some signatures in order to wrap up. I think it should say the project, not the problem.
Well, it depends on your viewpoint. No, I'm sorry about that.
Have you heard from them? Have they picked up their marker?
No, they haven't. I was going to resend those emails today and I didn't. So I'll do that first thing in the morning.
Okay. Any other questions or comments, edits, corrections? Then I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of May 13th as amended.
If I can do.
Yes, Janet.
I'm sorry. Oh, what page am I on? Page 4, the double track. And then you got plans presented and referred to where that's blank, so, but that's not.
Oh, you know what? I have filled that in. I have
Okay,
since filled it in. And there was an address of somebody missing, Eric Diamond. I have filled that in as well.
but further down, went about the 5th line down, the project proposes to restore a former double track. That was in place, or which was in place, that's minor, I just, you know me, Amy. Be nice.
Was in place. Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
And then a couple more paragraphs down, Mr. Henke said the culvert.
Yep.
So the next line, Mr. Slattery said they would remove the track to,
And put in,
okay,
or to put in, either way. Yeah.
either, okay, super. And then Eric Diamond, there was no address. I don't know if you got that or not.
I did. Yep.
Oh, super,
340.
okay, good. And I think that was it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Janet. So I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of May 13th.
I'll make a motion, to accept the minutes of May 13th.
So moved. Second?
I'll second Fred LaBerge.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Alex Whiteside, aye.
Aye. And it
Aye.
says for the record. Okay, they pass.
Thanks.
Back to Campbell Forest just for a second. Their trail signs will be going up this weekend. DPW put in the 2 posts for us. So I'm gonna put up a sign.
John Glass is joining the meeting.
Uh,
Excuse me. I'm sorry, David.
He's late.
He's late. All right, so the next thing is, I guess, Jim Wilson has, re-enlisted. And, so his name has been given to the select board,
Thank
to ratify along with, Vale Stone. Hey, John, we've taken care of all your projects.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. They promised me
Okay.
I would have been finished by 7:15 in Westwood, but it obviously didn't help out. Especially interested in the 102 Cleveland Street. That fellow is sort of interested in getting started.
What we voted on was to amend the order of conditions.
Okay,
And we'd like to have an ad put in the paper and notify the abutters of the
Okay.
changes. And we'll take it up at the July meeting.
okay. So I'm sure Amy will send me something and let me know, Amy. Okay,
Yep, I sure will. Yep.
okay. All right, that's great.
And
Good
we
night.
approved
Thank
the
you.
River Road septic system, so you're all good there.
Yeah, and you noticed on the 78 River Road, I moved the system closer to the house and put it like a swale along the back there. And I actually sent that plan to the neighbor so that he
Oh,
could see
good.
for the meeting.
Thank you for doing that.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry I should have had one of my other guys help me out here, but
That's okay.
okay.
As long as
All
you're
right.
not double booking everybody.
Yeah, I know it.
For
We we
Okay.
go for weeks with doing nothing and then
Yeah,
nights, everything comes up at once. Okay, thank you.
thank you, Johnny. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night, John.
So the next topic was the election of commission officers. We have 2 officers, the chairperson and the vice chair. And then we have the liaison to the Community Preservation Commission.
And clerk.
Oh, well, I said the vice chair, I guess it's the clerk.
Well, it's 3 positions.
3, the vice chair and clerk, okay. So, what does everybody, what would you like to do? Stay as is, somebody
You said Jim was staying with us?
Yes, he is.
You're not getting rid of me that quick, Alan.
We didn't want to get rid of you. I thought you were going to leave us. We don't want that.
No.
You do a
Yeah.
great job, Jim.
Alan, turn his water back on.
Yeah.
David and I are riding this to grand retirement.
Okay.
I vote that we maintain the status quo.
I second.
I
Okay,
third.
Same.
thank you.
Jim, you don't mind being second in command, do you?
Assistant to the assistant.
That's it.
I guess that's a vote of confidence. We all work for Janet anyway, right?
Pretty much.
We,
True.
She's tough too, let me tell you.
hey, I have
So,
one question for you, Alan.
Yes.
As the head of the water department, why do you drink bottled water during the meeting?
I bring it to the town select board meetings also. Jack Hathaway should ask me that all the time. That's all I drink is bottled water, no matter where I go.
Good confidence.
Our water's just fine in Norfolk.
Sure.
It is.
Okay.
So David, you're being
Yeah.
put on the spot because remember we were discussing about getting those arrow signs?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Let's.
Like I said,
Okay, we'll vote on the officers as being Dave Curry for chairman, Jim Wilson as vice chair, and Jim Wilson as clerk. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, it passes. Would somebody like to be the liaison to the Community Preservation Commission? I'm the current one. If somebody would like to learn a little bit more about how money is divided up in this town based from your taxes and stuff, it's kind of interesting of what different properties that the town is looking at and other conversations. And what, the historical commission, recreation, what they're looking for, and also what we might be looking for. But we haven't had anything really for them. So anybody interested in taking that position? Whoever's volunteering, step forward. Step back from your computer. Okay, I'll continue as that. Now, what Dana just brought up, we have $253 left in our bank account or budget account for this year that ends at the end of June. We had talked about putting up the directional signs for Campbell Forest and for Lynn Trail. I don't have the final pricing, and I need to talk to Barry just to confirm what size of signs can be put up for that. But what I was looking at is if you would might make a motion to spend up to the $253 or $250 for the purchase of directional signs for conservation property. I think would let us go ahead and do that.
I'll
Okay,
make a
This is-
motion. Go ahead.
it's just a question. This is money that was budgeted by the town for that purpose? Where did the money come from, I guess, is what
The
I'm
money
asking.
comes from you as a resident. Yeah, it was in our budget for, from the town meeting of last year.
Okay. So was it likely that after the next town meeting, that amount would be increased?
We do have another amount. I don't have it in front of me. But yeah, we do get a budget for next year.
Okay.
But this is what, they could just take this money and use it for something else between now and the end of the year. I talked to Todd Lindmark and confirmed how much money was in there And then I deducted, the trail sign, the arrows. And, that's where I came up with the $250.
So we've already purchased some signs, Dave, right?
We
Arrows.
purchased the signs, the trail signs of what the rules and regulations are. We
Mhm.
purchased the arrows for inside the trail to tell you where to go. And so this would be street signs showing people where the properties actually are or directing them to where the properties are.
Oh, okay.
So if, the only thing I would suggest, if this is a 1-year budget, because before we had money and we hadn't used it and it got lost.
Right.
And then we have a budget now. I'm wondering if we could use whatever residual we have from the signs, maybe order or purchase some trail marker signs. And that way, if we don't get another budget, we at least have some of the things we're actually going to utilize.
We do have the trail markers. The arrows you're talking about?
Well, because we already have the signs, we'll make enough signs for the parks that we have, the trail heads. We could purchase some of the arrows.
We did that at last meeting.
What's that?
We purchased those already. That was approved at the last meeting.
Okay, right.
So we got multiple 3 colors, I believe. And so we're good to go in that area. And there's, yeah, plenty of them. So they should last for a year or two. And we had some residuals from who knows when I guess 1972 when Campbell Forest was put in. Because they have the blue arrows. So yeah, if we can just, yeah, make motion to spend the residual of our account. And I can give you the account number.
And that's on location signs, correct? Street location signs?
Yeah. And it's our account 11712 with a 0 in front. So, yeah. So let's spend the residual, as Jim said.
So moved. That's what you're looking for.
Seconded.
Any other questions, comments?
Well, the only question I had, and the reason I raised it the first time, is that you had mentioned in the past that there's budget, for example, if one of us wanted to take, we're going to have a new member soon, for example, wants to take a course with the MACC and get certified for some of the basic training, so to speak. That's all in a separate budget? I mean, that's still possible.
Oh,
is my
yeah,
question.
we should have that money for next year. Yours
Okay.
the current budget?
David?
I
David?
do. I do, David. I'm sorry, Janet, you first.
David, that, for going to the conferences for those classes, that comes out of the filing fees that we get when people do notice of intents or request for determination.
So separate bucket.
Okay, well, that's helpful. I just wanted to understand how that worked.
Yeah. I thought you were going to buy us t-shirts, right?
Somebody trying to dial in?
I don't know.
That noise, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that is. I don't see anybody trying to do anything, so
Donna Jones has been very quiet tonight.
yes.
We must be doing a good job.
Yes.
I'm muted. I wonder if I can-
So there's been a motion and seconded to spend the residual of the 011712 account for directional signs, street signs. Let's take a roll call vote. Dave Turry, aye.
Holly Freer, aye.
Aye.
State your name.
Aye.
It's okay. I can see everybody.
Alex, Alex.
Aye, sorry.
You lost in your.
I did that. I muted you.
Okay.
My phone froze for a second.
Okay, it passes. Once we set up the order, we'll send out the information to everybody so you know what we've done and how much it was.
Thank you.
Is there any other business?
I just have one question. Could, Amy, if you don't mind, could you just go through the list of what we need to sign and deliver to you? I've got 37 Needham Street. Do we need to do the River Road things and Myrtle Street as well?
Yes, and 360 Main Street
And 360 Main, everything but 102 Cleveland, right?
and 16 Valentine Drive.
Okay,
Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the first 6 items on the agenda. The 4
Okay.
public hearings and the 2 action items, the first 2
Okay.
action items.
okay, good. That's what I had. Thanks.
And that was 47. 47 Needham or 37?
37.
I've got 3-7.
All right.
That's
Am I
correct.
wrong?
No, that's
Nope,
correct.
I was wrong.
Ah,
I was wrong. Jeez.
And Amy,
Any other comment?
I don't
Question?
have I don't have a printer, but I sent you an email. So if you need me to come sign things, we can figure that out by email, but I just want to make sure you saw it.
Yeah, Amy, I'm gonna need to swing by to sign things too.
Sure.
Same here.
Okay, no problem. I'll
Plus, I
email
haven't seen
you.
you in a while, Amy.
I know, it's been a long time now. So, Ally, did your email said, I already forget, you're not available Friday, but you're available tomorrow at like 5?
Yeah, I could come tomorrow at 5 or anytime before 11. So, or anytime after 5, whatever works for you the best.
And when you say the end of the day on Friday,
I could come at the very end of the day on Friday too.
Janet, do you plan to be in tomorrow?
yes, ma'am.
All right, so maybe I'll come in early in the morning and we'll get some things, because we have to go through that document list for 360 Main Street. I had some questions on that.
Okay,
So,
will do.
so maybe we'll meet in the morning and have everything ready by 11, if you can come as close to 11 as possible.
Me? Yeah, I can probably come at 11 if that
Okay.
works.
Yep.
And
Anybody else?
if something changes, just email me. If something changes, you can just email me and I can try to come a different time.
Okay.
And
Amy, I can
tomorrow is
probably
the
come
first-
around then as well.
That would help.
Ooh,
Okay.
remember the social distance, please.
Yeah, we'll social distance though.
Tomorrow, the town hall opens to visitors by appointment.
Yeah, it actually opened today.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So
But we can always
doing-
meet in the parking lot anyway. Alan, can you swing by tomorrow?
Sure can.
So, suppose it doesn't matter too much, but anytime around 11
Sure.
would be good. Not too much later than that.
Okay.
serving hot dogs?
David, you gonna send stuff in with Karen?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jim and Fred, can you sign yours and drop them off, or,
Yeah, I'll do
Right.
Dropbox again. I can't be there at 11 tomorrow.
okay, can you do the Dropbox by the end of day Friday?
Yes.
Okay. You
I'll
two,
drop
Jim?
them off on my way home tomorrow night.
Okay. You can sign those minutes too.
Yeah,
just
I
mark
did.
up the changes. Okay. Okay.
With that, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
Go for it, Alan.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Was it Alan and Fred?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.